What's going on, YouTube? It's Sirfetch'D Talks, your boy right here. Happy Pokemon Day. I'm gonna say anytime there's Pokemon news or anything gets announced, it's a Pokemon Day. That's just how it is. We celebrate Pokemon, we love it more. 9/18/2019. I don't know, I just think the numbers are cool. We're here to talk about a few things today. I'm pretty good at observing how Pokemon does their whole method of let's show a new Pokemon here, let's not give you any information here. Here's a 10-second video. I know after Sirfetch'D getting revealed, we're not going to get any news. It was not even a minute clip of seeing Sirfetch'D. So I'm fine with that. We now have it. About maybe like 3 or 4 days ago, I think like over the weekend actually, Nintendo or the Pokemon website accidentally had like some sort of glitch in a way, and little Sirfetch'D over here was that glitch. Someone either coded something wrong or they put something wrong when they weren't supposed to, and there was a glitch and Sirfetch'D accidentally got leaked before it was supposed to, and this is it now. We now have a solo Pokemon revealed of an old Pokemon. There's a few things I want to touch base on with Sirfetch'D. First of all, I love it. I think Sirfetch'D is justice done for an old Pokemon that literally no one's talked about since the game came out. Honestly, I don't think Farfetch'd, other than like the small appearances it's had in the anime, no one talks about Farfetch'd at all. I am very impressed with not only Game Freak taking an old design and not just like, you know, giving it like, I'm not going to diss on what they've done before, but there have been certain instances where you kind of see a Pokemon, you're like, why did it go into that? Like Torracat, for example. Like you saw Torracat, and when it evolved into Incineroar, you're like, why is it bipedal? Why is it not on all fours? But whatever, we're not going to talk about that right now. What we are going to talk about is Sirfetch'D looking awesome. I think it's really cool that they took the whole leak thing, like his literal leak, and made it into a sword and shield, which I find interesting since it is only going to be in sword that it has like a kind of shield with it, but that's besides the point. I'm just overall, I love it. I think it's cool. It's not a flying and normal type anymore. It's a full fighting, which I think opens the doors for it for being a stronger competitor, because, you know, you had it being a normal flying type Pokemon, which had a weakness to like ice types and also, I guess, a weakness to rock types, and now it doesn't have either of those because fighting types can beat both rock and ice, which I think is dope. Going to the design of being an all-white kind of duck, or I don't even know what you want to describe. I think it's still, it looks like a duck. Looks like a little baby duck, but not a baby because he's a, you know, grown man. Looks like how evolutions would look for kind of like Kanto Pokemon. They're very simple and they're not like that big of a difference, but you know that the final evolution of a Cantonian Pokemon is kind of polished. Nidoran, that then goes into Nidorina, and then Nidoqueen. Like, yeah, Nidoqueen isn't the prettiest Pokemon, but it is much more polished than Nidorina. And I feel like Sirfetch'D is that. Sirfetch'D is a evolution that Farfetch'D needed, and I just think it looks really cool, and I'm very impressed with it. I think the characteristics of it are really cool. The fact that it's a noble fighter, it's like, it's a warrior, it's a knight. That's really cool to basically make it an onion knight of a Pokemon. And then giving it, you know, to add on to how awesome it is, it gets the physical Hyper Beam of the new game. And not only that, but it's an exclusive move to Sirfetch'D, which just makes it even that much more desirable to have a Farfetch'd as a Pokemon and then evolve it into this. Like, I'm very, very pleased with Sirfetch'd, and I'm very, very happy with Game Freak going through and, like, I just think it's good. I keep saying it, it's good. I'm very, very happy with Sirfetch'd. I'm very excited for it. I also want to talk about Pokémon Camp. When the game first came out and I found out that there was no national dex, yeah, I was pissed. I was upset, and I was like, cool, so the years and years and years that I've spent shiny hunting on my 3DS and DS are now wasted because those Pokemon can't go in the game. And that is not the case. Like, it's a lot of misinformation and hate that's getting spread, and I think as we get closer and closer to the reveal, it's dying out, but also not at the same time. People are still getting upset because they're mad that they're not getting their favorite pseudo-legendary in the game. We don't know what's in the game or not yet. There could be a lot of Pokemon cut. There could also be, like, maybe not as much as we thought. So that's my 2 cents of it. I just think everyone needs to chill till the game comes out. But back to it. Pokemon Camp, I think, is amazing. I have seen a lot of tweets of people saying that all the animations are old or they're like recycled from the 3DS. And what I have to say about that is this. Game Freak is a company that has spent thousands and thousands and probably millions of dollars to produce a game and like spent a really long time making those games. I think that the fact that they have used older models from the 3DS is not an issue. I don't know why everyone is so upset about it, because everyone is like, they shouldn't use old models. They should give us something brand new because it's on the Switch. Yeah, I hear you, but the fact that the game has to come out in such a rapid pace because of Nintendo is forcing pretty much the game to come out early because of the Nintendo Switch Lite. It's not Pokemon's fault that they don't have brand new animations that they had literally like 8 years to work on. Like, there wasn't enough of a time gap. And I think that that's fine, because I would much rather see 3D models that were like this big, this big, that I'm like, whoa, like there's my Pokemon. To see it full scale in front of my face on my Switch or on my TV, even it's the same animations, I'm gonna be happy. It's also like, not for nothing, it's my Pokemon. It's our Pokemon. Like, that's so exciting in itself. Like, I don't need my Umbreon to like stand on 2 hands and like walk across the screen to be like, whoa, they really did it this time. Who would be upset at this? I would give Game Freak all my money to keep doing this. I just think everyone needs to chill, get the game. After you have played the game fully, then do your rants, do your opinions. I think the fact that you can have your 6 babies, your 6 children, whenever you want, just with you, you can't ask for anything more. Like, that's all I'm saying. And with that, I want to go with a few questions that I have regarding Pokemon Camp. So my first question, is Pokemon Camp going to be this kind of deal? Because as we can see, like, down here, you're literally out, like, in the wild. Like, that's a patch of grass right there, and there's a wild Stuffle right next to it, and then there's your base, or that's someone else's base. But you basically essentially could put your base, if you want to, right there, right next to a patch of grass. So the question that I have, and I guess a question for you guys if you want to like answer it yourself in the comments, but do you think that random Pokemon are going to appear like in Poké Pelago? So I'm wondering if they're planning to do the same thing with this whole mechanic, which I don't know. I feel like it'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind if it happened, because just imagine, like, I'm at my camp and I make a really awesome curry, and oh, that Stuffle over there just walked into camp and wants some. Sure, Stuffle will have some, and then it wants to join my team. That's how it happened in the anime, by the way. Like, I am also a hardcore anime watcher, and there's been plenty of times where Ash and company have been just sitting somewhere, they cook an amazing meal, a wild Pokemon comes out, and oh, just kidding, the whole episode's now about that Pokemon, and one of the members just caught. Because I just am seeing this, and that's just like clicking for me, that you could make a camp, make food, and then wild Pokemon would just want to come and join you because you make the best food. It's like Cooking Mama, but Pokemon. My question is, are these going to be stat changes like in Pokemon X and Y, where it was the whole super training aspect, where, all right, you eat this many curry and then like your special defense stat will get boosted this many times? Or is this going to be something that is more of, have you ever played like Final Fantasy 15, I think, or 14? The one with Noctis in it. I'm very bad for not remembering this right. When you would go in that game and eat at the restaurant, you would have like a stat boost, like HP would be boosted for like 20 minutes if you ate this. So I'm wondering, is this going to be a permanent sort of upgrade to your stats, where your like my Score Bunny speed stats will now be increased for the rest of his life, or for the next 30 minutes as I train with Score Bunny will get boosted in special attack or special defense more, or whatever stat we do, we get it boosted more because of a like time slot almost, which I think that would be kind of cool. But at the same time, I think everyone in the community is very used to, if you train a Pokemon and you train them for a specific stat, that stat will permanently increase over time rather than it be just a semi-temporary thing. So this shot right here, Alcremie obviously has more than one form, which also think is awesome. The direct trailer for it, there was a scene where they showed a male Frillish and a female Frillish together, and they were like kind of dancing around each other. I guess for me, I'm kind of wondering, what are the effects of having either a Pokemon of the same species or multiple Pokemon of the same type? Will that do anything? It's gonna be like if you have a whole 6 party of ghost Pokemon, something really cool will happen. Or 6 Alcremies together, like what would that do? You know what I mean? Like, are those gonna ever be in play? Because that would be cool to have an entire list and kind of test the waters to see which Pokemon would do more benefits for each other. I honestly don't know. It was just something I thought about, of the sense of having the same species or the same type of Pokemon together at camp, what that could do for the game, or just like for stat boost, because I think that would be something really cool, like having an entire group of fairy types with you. Okay, so like while you're at the camp, whatever you do, there's a significant, like or not significant, but a small yet significant boost of special attack stats that's overall for every single Pokemon that you were with during the camping session. I hunt and love shiny Pokemon. I have in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and the 2 boys that I am like dying, like I'm telling you, like itching for this game to bring them into, are my shiny Rufflet and my shiny Noibat. Like my blue boys, I can't wait. They're gonna be in the game. I'm so excited to stream it. Like the excitement is like, you just saw that. The excitement is just unreal for it, and I can't wait. Something I noticed here that it says that Sirfetch'D will make an appearance in Pokemon Sword. So Sirfetch'D is, and I mentioned it briefly earlier, Sirfetch'D is exclusive to Pokemon Sword, meaning Farfetch'd is possibly in the game in the wild, or it might be a transfer Pokemon. I have the belief, and I connected the dots, so our gym leader exclusives for Sword, it's a fighting type gym. Sirfetch'd is a fighting type, okay? As we clearly see right there from fighting type, okay? Sirfetch'd is a fighting type Pokemon. The other exclusive gym for Pokemon Shield is a ghost type gym. So, I believe that we are going to get either older Pokemon is going to get an evolution of some sort, or we're going to get a Galarian form of a ghost type Pokemon, and that will be the exclusive for Pokemon Shield. That's just my theory. I just am going with that because I'm connecting the fact that Sirfetch'd is a fighting type and it's exclusive to Sword, which has an exclusive fighting type gym, and Shield has an exclusive ghost type gym. That's just my thoughts and theory on it. I really want you guys to let me know in the comments what you think about Sirfetch'd. You love it, you hate it. I hope you love it, because I mean, I love it. I think it's amazing. It's a beautiful design. It's a cool Pokemon. I am gonna say, because I'm playing Shield my first playthrough, I am envious of people who have this in Pokemon Sword, because I'm sure you'll be able to get it right away. Just let me know, guys, what you think in the comments about Sirfetch'd below, what you think about Pokemon Camp, anything you're excited for, or what are your curiosities and questions about Pokemon Camp might lead for us. Just leave a like on the video, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. I am Sirfetch'D Talks. You guys are my Twigs.